and I think we might have had all those audio problems worked out. We'll see for now. We haven't missed much offensive action. I don't know if you were able to hear me, but we're live here on the Bulldog Report. Nonetheless, here Ike Bush on the call all alone today. Jared Popek unable to join me in the booth, unfortunately, as he has been, as he's sick right now, unfortunately. He was here for the senior night festivities, and it is senior night here at the Metuchen High School gym. Being honored today, Ben Santis, Cody Cardillo, and Danny Kuhn, all in the starting lineup today with Cam Hayes-Darina and Danny Galligan. Metuchen out to an early lead, up 2-0. Wardlaw Hatridge this season has not won a game in the division, so it's been a tough one for them in the season so far. Metuchen at 500. Here's Galligan from 3, and he fires a beautiful shot. It's good. Metuchen out to a nice 5-0 lead. Last time they matched up, Metuchen won 72-27. It was an excellent one to go watch. Being there at the game on the road, Metuchen got out to an early lead and just did not look back, and they held the lead all the way through. Offense was beautiful, and everything else came along with it, and Metuchen was able to destroy a win in Wardlaw Hatridge after picking up a couple losses nights prior. 5-0 out to an early lead is Metuchen, but not so early, as this one has been a defensive battle early on. A bunch of missed three-pointers, but Galligan had hit the one on the previous drive, shot off the glass and no good. That was a chance by Mason Clementson, and he couldn't get his first chance of the night to go. Cardillo cuts inside, left bounce, moving in, off the side, contested, and he can't get it to go, but he's going to be fouled on the way up. First foul of the game, and Metuchen will take 2 shots from the line. So not an easy thing to do tonight. I'm calling all the action on my own, but obviously Jared Popek, the best color commentator you can ask for, so none of him and none of Luke Krumholtz, also the best you can ask for. So, and no Jake down, unfortunately, at halftime, but we will go over some stats like we can and try to give you the most action, call the most action that is possible tonight. So Cardillo couldn't get the first free throw to go, takes the second one from the line. We're over halfway through this quarter, and it is still 5-0 as both shots from the stripe are no good for Cardillo. Wardlaw Hatridge with the ball. And now they're cycling in from the far corner. Chu with a pass. It gets intercepted by Cardillo, and now on a fast break 3-on-1. Hayes-Darina, Cardillo off the glass and no good. Overshot it on an open layup, and this has been a problem for Metuchen all season. Missing open chances, open layups are their tango. Actually, the opposite of their tango. They haven't been able to do it all season, and those are the things you really want to capitalize on. We talked about it last game specifically, and we're talking about it here today. Cardillo couldn't scoop it up. He passed to Kuhn. Kuhn couldn't get the job done either. And Al Bell has himself his first points of the night, and Wardlaw Hatridge first points of the night. So 2.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Bulldogs lead by 3. Galligan kicks over to Danny Kuhn. He can shoot the rock, and so can Galligan. Already 1 3-pointer tonight. There's a 2-point from deep, and he gets it to go and expands his lead to 5. Great take by Danny Galligan there. And he makes it 7-2. We apologize for our tech issues early on. If you're new or just joining us, we had some tech issues just kind of getting the game started, but we should be good. Let us know if there's some comment, or let us know in the comments if there are some problems getting going, but we should be good now. We had to work some things out audio-wise. Obviously, nothing is perfect here with the high school equipment and such, but it should, I hope, be good for the remainder of this game, and it should be a fun one also to watch here from the gym as Metuchen is out to an early lead. They haven't won in a couple weeks, but they're looking to get a big one tonight, and that would be a huge momentum shifter in their season. Tomorrow, though, they have another big game, and speaking of that senior night theme, or senior day theme, JFK is hosting them tomorrow. John F. Kennedy, the game has been moved around. It's supposed to be 1 o'clock p.m., then it got moved to 7 p.m., and then now it's back to 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, but nonetheless, Metuchen will be playing in JFK. As you see Galligan fire and nail a 3-pointer. He's out to a hot start, and so is Metuchen. But tomorrow, Metuchen will be traveling to Edison playing JFK. The Mustangs have a big task trying to beat Metuchen, who might be coming off of a win tonight, the way things are going, obviously early on. But Metuchen's getting a lot of momentum here in the gym. So a big game for Metuchen. They hopefully for them can grab 2 wins in a row for the squad and try to turn around the season, which has been at least statistically average. Matt Smith with very good defense, and that's Chu who couldn't get the ball out. Excuse me, Clementson who couldn't quite get the ball out, and it's going to be Metuchen's ball, up 8. For now, we'll step aside. Bulldogs and Rams will talk things over in the timeout by head coach James Cardillo. We'll step aside for now. Bulldogs up 10-2, out to an early lead here on the Bulldog Report. Hayes Darina takes it across the line, and Metuchen's back in action here. Danny Galligan, definitely something to highlight here. 8 points early on, as you see Santos' shot hit off the side of the backboard, and it's not going to go in. 40 seconds to go in this quarter, and Metuchen out to, again, a strong lead. It started off a little rocky offensively. I guess we're the lucky charm here on the Bulldog Report. As soon as we started announcing, they started scoring. So, hey, maybe they need us after all. And there's a shot, a little drifter into the net. Good chance there by Keen Nichols. That's his first points of the day. Metuchen lead is now 6. Fourth quarter winding down. They're going to hold, I think, for one more shot. Cam Hayes Darina, the point guard, lugging it to his right side. 10 seconds left. Expect a shot with about 1 second left. Here's Jason Woods. Statistical leader goes to the other statistical leader, Ben Santos. I think they're going to call that a... And the points are going to count. They're going to say the points were on its way in. So... It's 12-4 Metuchen as the ball got swatted away with it on its way into the net. So Metuchen has an 8-point lead after one quarter. Off to a really nice start this season are the Bulldogs. Now talking about Wardlaw Hatridge, kind of breaking into them as a team a little bit more. Their starting lineup today: Macias Isaac, Lucas Chu, Mason Clementson, Keen Nichols, and Al Bell. And the roster is made up of younger players, 2 sophomores and 3 juniors, and that's considered, by the way, a younger roster compared to others, because most teams are made up of, well, seniors, and just like this Metuchen team. So a younger team for sure, but this program has been struggling the last couple of years for sure, putting up numbers, and there's no doubt about that. Success has been a little bit hard to come by when it comes to the squad. Wardlaw Hatridge has struggled offensively as their main problem, and defensively this season has also been one of their main problems. So a little bit of everything for them this season and in the past few seasons, but they're looking to change things around, and head coach by Corey Clementson maybe really shift the tide on what's been a little bit of a rough last couple of years. So Kuhn inbounds to Matt Smith. Smith takes it across the logo and observes his options. He does a little sweeper or a fake sweeper to Danny Galligan. Faked me out. A three-pointer. Couldn't quite get it to go. That was a shot by Smith, who had 1 3-pointer in their last meeting in Wardlaw Hatridge on a cold Wednesday, January 3rd. And Wardlaw Hatridge goes cross-court on a pass. Now underneath, swatted away by Jason Woods. That is straight disrespect. Unbelievable play by Jason Woods, who's been a menace this year offensively and defensively. He comes up with a stuff there. Unbelievable job there by Jason Woods, and a nice effort by the Metuchen defense to stay strong. Woods comes in, intercepts it. Down goes Smith on a hard collision. He shoots down to the ground. He seems to be okay and gets up in that just that way. I will mention last time that they met up, these two teams, there was a little bit of I don't want to say scrappiness. Maybe that's the word to use, actually. There was a little bit of fighting between the two squads. They were off to a hot start. Metuchen, again, they never looked back. They held the lead, but there was some scrappiness towards the end. Defensively, Wardlaw Hatridge was not wanting to give them an inch, and Metuchen was taking whatever inch they could, and it ended up becoming a little bit of a battle towards the end. Some players going down, some pushing, some shoving. There was a technical foul on Wardlaw Hatridge, and there's Woods, who lays it in for his first points of the day. So very interesting that even though they were blowing him out, Metuchen was a little bit engaged in a bit of a battle with Wardlaw Hatridge. And right now, it's not much of a battle, up 10. Metuchen out to a hot start, and Wardlaw Hatridge not able to keep up. So they're able to hold defensively, and they should be secure in this game as long as they keep up this offensive production. Wardlaw Hatridge moving down towards the paint. See if they can get something going offensively. Pass underneath the net. Last hit off of Kuhn, but they save the ball and take it back up top. Now shifting in, this is Lucas Chu to his left. Pivot step, moves up top, ball lost it. Danny Kuhn now across the logo. Sloppy play, not his fault. Might have gotten kicked around by a couple of players. And there's a whistle there, a stoppage in play as the refs will talk things over. Danny inbounds to Matt Smith. Smith takes it and passes back to Kuhn. Kuhn for three. Couldn't get it to go. Cardillo goes up. He's fouled. Or at least they thought he'd be fouled. They don't give him the call. He's not too happy about that. And neither is head coach James Cardillo. Father and son upset about that call, which probably was a foul. But it's Metuchen that'll inbound. They have the ball nonetheless. Goes over to Woods. He's taller than most, so just chuck it up to him. Now he moves into his right, crosses, goes to Danny Galligan. Deep three, he loves that, and it's bricked off the back of the rim and goes out of bounds. Good heads-up play by Keen Nichols to let that roll out, and now it's the Rams' ball. Now into the corner, Wardlaw Hatridge with it. They take it up across the line, trying to get some offensive rhythm established. And head coach Corey Clementson, been there a couple years now, trying to help his team get more grounded offensively. Yeah, sure, they've allowed a lot of points this year, but offense, I think, has been the main problem. In most games, allowing scoring less than 40 points. And frankly, you just can't win games like that, right? So you have to find a way to get a rhythm, to get something going offensively. And whether that means a different scheme, a little bit of something else, you add different players, try different guys out, whatever the case is, there should be a solution. There should be at least seeking a solution when it comes to getting more offensive production. So Wardlaw Hatridge, a program that over the years has been, very successful, but in recent years struggling a little bit. Now to his left come Chu. He goes a little post up off the glass, and then how about that for some offensive rhythm? That's a great play up on the glass using it, and Clementson, is able to get the basket. Danny Kuhn over to Matt Smith. Smith goes back to Galligan. Smith fires from three. Can't get it to go. 0 for 2 from outside the arc today. And with 5 minutes to go in the half, Metuchen leads by 8. Now quick steal. Smith defensively with a nice play. He's fouled on his way up to the hoop, so he'll take 2 shots from that line. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the foul was on his arm. He was a swat away. That was going to be against Mason Clementson. That's his first foul of tonight. First shot, no good. Second shot no good as well, so it's going to go back over the other way. Dishing it around is Smith and Cam Hayes-Darina. And now Metuchen with it. It's Cam Hayes moving to his right. Smith goes to Cardillo. Cardillo to Kuhn. Kuhn over back to Smith. We haven't seen a lot of Ben Santis. They haven't given him the ball because they've been doing a lot of shooting. Santis, more of a off-the-boards kind of guy. And he's a paint general, so they like to get it to him down low. Cardillo's been doing a lot of the work there. And you see Ben Santis by the baseline waiting for the ball. His hands up. Haven't given him many opportunities, but he's been golden on one chance so far. Smith to a wide-open Hayes-Darina. He drives in. Good defense. And they're going to call it a foul defensively, so good defense, at least I thought. That's going to be, I'm trying to figure out what the call is there. I think they're going to call that a foul against Nichols. I was trying to figure out who the foul was against. That's a fourth-team foul for Wardlaw Hatridge. Free throws have been a bit of a struggle for the Bulldogs really all season. It's been actually a whole bunch of a struggle, and they have to work on those as the season continues. But Cardillo hits the second from 2 at the line, and it's going to go the other way. Wardlaw Hatridge with the three-point chance. That's no good, and I don't know, wow, that hits off of the top of the net. Clemenson's three-pointer falls through, but I think that's going to be a dead ball by the rules. We have some special guests in here. Kevin O'Brien, who had just gotten into Michigan University, which is by far a tough school to get into, is here, but he's escaping. So actually we have Gianni Bertucci here with us. Gianni, welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
So we have Gianni Bertucci, a little special guest. I know we had to spice things up, no Jared Popek in, but Gianni, what's your analysis of the game so far?
Well, so far the touch and defense has been very dominant. And even though the offense might not connect every time, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. That's exactly right. A man down on the ground. So Gianni, how's everything been? I mean, we don't talk too much. How's everything been in life?
You know, life is great. It really doesn't get better than this.
Yeah, I think it doesn't get better than this here on the Bulldog Report. We love it. We love being able to call these games, especially these games, right? 15-6, out to a hot start.
Yeah, I mean, Metuchen basketball, you know, they have a rocky start occasionally, but this is a good game. And if everything goes right, I imagine we could win this one.
He's a very special guest. Gianni, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself a little bit. Give the people some background. As you know, we don't know you, or I barely know you. The people don't know you, so give us a little bit of a talk and about who you are.
I mean, well, you're like a longtime broadcaster, and I really am a fan. I'm really starstruck in this moment. But I've been you know, looking at the media club and everything you guys been doing, and it's great to be on finally. I really haven't been anticipating this moment.
So, anything you want to tell the people? Anything that we should reveal about you? Anything maybe from this summer, potentially a specific funny moment, cool times that you've had? Anything that makes you a little more special?
No, I mean this was a great summer into senior year. I mean, this is one of the last complete summers I'll really have with a lot of my friends and buds and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And spending time with my friends, different places, you know, Kentner Street, all that sort of stuff. It really is the prime of my life.
Yeah, I know. So the reason we're, by the way, if you're really confused, why is this weird, creepy guy in the booth with us right now, just answering questions. Well, he's a senior, and he's had interest in the broadcast, and so we said, you know what, Jared's not here today, and neither is Luke, and neither is Jacob. A whole bunch of people aren't here, so we'll honor some seniors. So Gianni is the first box checked. Thanks for joining us, Gianni. Pass it to the next senior who volunteered to come on to the Bulldog Report.
Here we go.
Cardillo's shot from the line. He's had a lot of fouls. Theo, hasn't Cody Cardillo been fouled a whole lot?
Yeah, he's just a big guy. They can't really handle him right now. He likes to go to the rim a lot, and yeah, they just keep bouncing off him. He's a big guy. Big,
all right, he
plays
linebacker. Plays linebacker when he plays football. So definitely a guy that's hard to get around and bring down. He gets the second free throw, so splits the pair from the charity stripe. And Theo, tell us a little bit about yourself. What makes you so special?
Well, right now I'm currently 6'4". I am jacked, as most people say. I have a 4.9 GPA. And I'm a sophomore.
The ball was lost by Metuchen offensively. Definitely not the case for any of those things.
Not at all.
No, but he's 5'7". He's a good guy. 5'7", 3.7 GPA, and yeah. And he's not great at fantasy football.
Yeah. As I recall, though, Ike, how'd you do in fantasy this year?
Here's Wardlaw Hatridge with the ball. They take it down. Listen, my team was great. I won Manager of the Year. Ball goes out of bounds. It rolled out of bounds. And Metuchen will inbound. So tell us a bit of your analysis on each player, Theo.
Okay, right
here
now,
out there.
All right, who do you want me to talk about? I can
just
talk
the
about
whole the Metuchen roster.
The whole Metuchen roster. Okay. So the man walking up the court right now with the ball, Cam. He's a very good passer. He assists a lot of points. He's always looking to get the ball. And there he is with the three. Oh, and he bangs it down.
Cam Hayes-Darina.
Oh my God.
That is some good stuff from three. He nails the three-pointer. And Metuchen back on defense.
He is just that guy today. He's just that guy.
Metuchen's just that guy right now.
Yeah.
They're playing. And tough competition, too.
Oh, Cody.
Oh, he takes a man down just like.
That's showing his strength right there.
That's right.
That's showing his strength right
Cardillo couldn't get the basket to go. He took it the other way. Here's a three-pointer. It's been a whole lot of Mason Clementson tonight. If you're going to call it anything, you're going to call it the Clementson show, at least for the Rams. Not in the game because Metuchen has been dominating, but for the Rams, Clemenson's really been their go-to piece. That's number 32, Theo. He's had
Clementson,
8 points of the 9.
Kind of sounds like Clementine.
That's exactly right.
Yes, sir.
So a timeout goes, and we're going to switch our Goon Squad member to someone else here on the Bulldog Report. 10-point lead in favor of the Bulldogs. They're up 19-9. We're joined here by Zach Musmano.
Yep.
Zach, welcome on to the show.
Hello, it's great to be here.
It's great to be here in a game like this. Talk about what the seniors, being a senior, and everything, about being a senior at the Metuchen High School. What does that mean to you?
Being a senior is great. Like tonight, big night for the seniors. It's a team senior night, so it's nice to celebrate them because it's a big, important last year for us in high school. So just kind of relishing the time we have left here, but excited to move on.
For sure. Metuchen's roster, let's talk about each of those players. Danny Kuhn, I think you know him pretty well. Kind of the legacy he left here. He's only his first year varsity-wise. He was swinging last year, but him and obviously Ben Santis was a starter from his sophomore year on varsity, which is really impressive stuff. Cody Cardillo is the other senior. He's been really good. His father's actually the coach, and football even better, at least some may argue, for athletically, putting up the unbelievable numbers this season. So just want to talk a little bit about anything relating to that.
So yeah, I think Danny Kuhn, great guy on and off the court, real stand-up, first in, last out kind of guy. And I think he's shown a lot of potential this year on the team, and has had a great season so far. I mean, like the other seniors too, Ben, Cody, they've all done a great job this season, and on the court, in the classroom, great all around.
Chew with it, and he made a pass, which the shot wasn't able to go in. So under a minute, here's Danny Kuhn, first in, last out kind of guy. Lunch pail kind of guy. Here's a three-pointer, and Cam Hayes-Darina, it bricked off the back of the rim, and Metuchen is going to get the ball quickly on a steal. It's Cardillo who got into the backcourt athletically and passes over to Danny Kuhn again with under 40 ticks to go. Cardillo not a shooter. They guard him outside the arc, but he kicks over to Cam Hayes-Darina. Woods can shoot the ball, and he goes up and good. Jason Woods with a high arc, able to nail the three-pointer, and it's a 22-9 game. Oh, a quick steal. Woods on the fast break, up to the hoop, and he gets it to go.
That's two more for Woods.
That's exactly right, Zach. Thanks for the analysis. My color commentator definitely adding some valuable stuff. Under 5 seconds,
3,
Woods denies
2,
some.
1.
And that will do it for the first half. Bulldogs and Rams. It's a 24-9 game as Metuchen out to a really hot start. We'll step aside for now. We'll see you in the second half. Metuchen up by 15. Welcome back into the Bulldog Report. Ike Bush with a very special guest. Want to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Mateo Tan. I'm a sophomore at Metuchen High School.
Mateo Tan. Oh, sorry. Trying to work some things out audio-wise here, but Mateo Tan actually joining us here in the booth for his first time. This is his first time joining us in the booth. What have you observed from this game so far?
I mean, I feel like, we're passing really good. We're making some shots. Cameron Hayes-Dorino and Danny Galligan, three-pointers, and it's just awesome.
It
Yeah.
has been really nice for them, hitting all those shots. And that's not something that Metuchen's done all year, right? They've struggled a little bit hitting the deep ball, but tonight it's really clicking. You think a lot of that has to do with the crowd and the atmosphere?
Yeah, I think it does. A lot of people came out here, watched this beautiful game on a Friday night. Yeah.
And it's gone heavily in their favor so far. Obviously, you don't want to speak too soon.
Yeah.
But so far, 26-9 is our score, and Metuchen's they were out to a hot start, actually a colder start, and then got really hot towards the end of the half, and Jason Woods making his impact with the 3-ball and the steal. Here's a 3-pointer chance. Wardlaw Hatridge hits one from deep. That's a chance, and a nailed shot by Mason Clementson, who, if you've been watching, probably know has been probably one of the only offensive pieces so far from the Rams that's been hitting his shots so far. Clementson hits the deep ball, and now it's 26-12. That's a major shot for Wardlaw.
Very classic.
Very classic. Here's a bouncer over to Cody Cardillo. 3-pointer from.
Danny Galligan with the three-point shot. Right there.
What a
That was
shot.
insane.
He's got.
Whoa, top of the key, too.
We've been saying it. We've been saying all year that Danny has the potential to hit deep 3-pointers, right? So there's a deep one, and he's able to make it 26-12. Wardlaw will inbound. Now moving across towards the logo. Clementson now on a pass over to Nichols, and Nichols airs one over to Isaac, and now a 3-pointer chance, no good, pulled down by Cardillo, who's been really excellent tonight off the boards. Here's Galligan, scoops it up, looking at his options, goes across to Cam Hayes-Dorina, Dorina inside, left, right, pass inside to Cardillo, fights his way to a pass to Santos, and he couldn't get it to go. What do you think Metuchen has to do for the remainder in this game to guarantee that they're not going to allow any sort of surge of offense by Wardlaw?
I gotta say, we gotta play some better defense. I see Wardlaw Harledge, really packing the punch here. Scoring a lot, little bit, and yeah.
There's a 3-point chance from outside the arc, and he nailed it. That's a huge shot and a huge momentum booster for Wardlaw Hatridge. That was Macias Isaac, and he had a 3-pointer last time they met on the road, and goes out of bounds last off Metuchen. So a little bit of momentum here for Wardlaw Hatridge. Metuchen's going to have to stomp on that fire before it starts to spread. There's a lot of time left in this game, and I'm sure you know in basketball, obviously, 5.5 minutes can be a lot of time. This is just the third quarter. Have a whole 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, so lots of time to go in this game. And Metuchen leads by 11. Now moving inside, a little roller, and that's going to be a travel.
I gotta say, Big Cam and Matt Smith, sophomores on Varsity, it's really exciting to see this. They worked really hard, having these masterclass performances. It's just awesome. It's just awesome.
Yeah, and they're so young, right? Obviously, sophomores, like you said, it's not easy to perform at a varsity level to the level that they have, as Galligan fires and misses a 3-pointer. But it's not easy at all, and they've been definitely playing really well this season. Obviously, on senior night, starting tonight too, just as sophomores, so it's impressive stuff. With there being just 3 seniors able to start tonight. Clementson cycles one over to Al Bell. Al Bell takes the ball back from the corner.
Just look at this lockdown defense. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's been pretty good for Metuchen defensively, really all night. But there was a little bit of offense going for Wardlaw Hardridge last couple of minutes. Here's a deep three for Chamilton, and excuse me Clementson, and swatted away by Kuhn. Yeah, and they're gonna give a call in favor of Wardlaw Hardridge. We were talking the other day. Actually last half about how last time they met up, Metuchen won 72-27, but they were fighting towards the end of the game. Wardlaw Hardridge was kind of getting a little physical with Metuchen, and they were down like 50 points, but still fighting, and they actually tackled a player unintentionally, they claim, but there was a technical foul handed out. It got a little physical late in games, and to be down by 50 and doing that, that's definitely a bold thing to be doing. Second shot doesn't fall either. Woods on the ground. I think it's going to be Metuchen's ball. It's going to be a foul defensively. All right, I think we might have had some audio problems with we might have had some audio problems. Let us know if there's any problems furthermore in the chat, but I think we should be good to go. Metuchen,
Big layup from Kuhn right there.
yeah, Kuhn has been really good under pressure, and he's fouled. It's an N1 chance from the stripe as Metuchen extends their lead. Kuhn's shot is good. He's 3 points on that drive for Metuchen, thanks to the N1 by Danny Kuhn. And now Wardlaw Hardridge. Here's a steal by Kuhn after his three-point play, moving fast, and it's going to be a foul defensively. Those points won't count. Yeah, a little spinner.
Yeah.
Classic, right?
Yeah.
And Kuhn will inbound. That's the third foul by Keen Nichols.
To Galligan with a three. Makes it in. Swish.
He's been excellent tonight and all season. And Danny Galligan with a big three-pointer to now Metuchen's more than double Wardlaw Hardridge's score. They're up 32-15.
Misses. Rebound by Cam.
Hayes Darina floats one over the top.
All the way to Gal.
Yeah, that was Galligan. Cardillo goes back up, rebounded by Jason Woods, and no points come of that drive, at least for now. There was a foul. I think it was on against Wardlaw Hardridge, and yeah, Cody Cardillo will take 2 shots from the stripe. .11:09 in the game to go, 3:09 in the third quarter to go. That is a high arc shot, and the first one is no good. Isaac's fourth foul. That's his fourth foul, and you have to start looking at foul trouble, obviously. So you don't want to get the bonus. You don't want to foul out of the game. So Cardillo is able to splash the second shot. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously special guest. Anything you want to share with the crowd out there that's watching?
Well, I am a football player. This year, we did all right. Went 5-5, I think. And football team has been pretty good.
Yeah, the program's been on the uprise, right? Yeah. I mean, they have struggled in years past, but, this year was really good, right? What was it like being on that team?
It's actually pretty good. I mean, a lot of great guys, a lot of awesome seniors, John Balesta, Matt Flood, all of them.
Yeah, you're going to miss them, I'm sure, next year. You're obviously just a 10th grader, so Galligan's three-pointer no good. But, it's going to be tough, I'm sure, next year. But looking at the team, I mean, McPartland, we were able to call all the action here on the Bulldog Report but this season, so it was definitely fun to do. But looking at some of the young talent, I mean, McPartland was excellent this season for a young guy, right? And he's in your grade?
Good quarterback,
Yeah, and he's the quarterback, so obviously good to know who your leader will be next year. A pass all the way across to Jason Woods, and he nails it. Jason Woods.
Jason pulling another masterclass performance right there. That was.
And he hits the 3 from range and extends the lead to 21. And they'll talk things over. We'll step aside for now. Bulldogs lead by 21 with 2:15 in the third quarter. Up here on the Bulldog Report. Wardlaw takes it across or near the line. The camera's glitching a little bit, but we're still good to go here with 2:06. Here's Cardillo on a quick break, fast steal, and he gets tripped up defensively. Goes over a man, and he gets the points to go. Good play by Cody Cardillo. Yeah, he played football this season too, right? Tight end, linebacker were his positions, and fullback. He kind of played. Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, right? And there's Wardlaw Hatridge with some points of their own. Great job there to respond by the Rams.
A minute in the third. Leighton Emsley, Ben Santis getting in the game.
Good check-ins for the Bulldogs. Getting a couple, bigger guys for some height. And the free throw no good. Pulled down by Rams. Swatted away.
Oh, blocked by Leighton Emsley.
Emsley swats it down. And Emsley just a sophomore also in your grade. So he'll probably be the big man next year, I think, with Woods. Because they're losing Santis, so they obviously have to fill someone in. And I think Emsley does a good job at filling that spot in as a guy that, he's younger and he has some varsity talent. And he should be good to fit in, obviously barring any further injuries, because he has been roughed up a little bit. So some other guys, I know Colin Goronsky, also another big man that's been roughed up a little bit. And there's a shot that gets pulled down by the Bulldogs, passed over to Santis. Santis over to Smith. Smith bounce pass to Woods. Woods over to Galligan. Three-pointer. Falling down. They're going to give him a foul. Yeah, a lot of fouls for Wardlaw Hatridge in this one. That's a foul on... Officially, they give it to Lucas Chu for the three-point foul, so 3 shots at the line for Galligan. Chance to make this 41-17 if he hits all 3. First shot's good. And so was the second. Galligan's been really good from the line today.
Here goes. Galligan making all 3 shots.
Makes it a 24-point game. Crossover Galligan on defense. Bulldogs back in their own court. Bounce pass. And it's going to be a travel. Yeah, that was a travel on the offense. Here's Santis. He's working with Matt Smith. Again, right now...
Beautiful pass.
Yeah,
Whoa.
right now Metuchen's offense is working really well. A beautiful pass there and a perfect layup for Santis. And the senior is able to get the points here on senior night. Under a minute to go. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball rolls out of bounds. And this is a tougher one to call, obviously, with just two of us. And Jared Popek not here today for just joining us. Obviously, missing a couple of the guys in the studio, but happy to have some young talent for next year here in the booth, or potentially next year, or whatever. Even potentially some of this year, whatever, we'll see. The first shot no good. And it's 43-17. It stays. 46 seconds left in this third quarter.
Second shot goes in.
Santis almost lost it, got it back for himself, kicks to Jason Woods. Woods goes outside to Matt Smith. And now it's Galligan from the logo, driving into the paint, over to Santis, and he gets it to go.
Beautiful pass. I mean, we got to talk about these passes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Big Cam, you know, he be passing really good. I mean, same with Matt Smith, Jason. Beautiful.
Yeah, good passing all around, and that sets up good opportunities, right? Obviously, that's what you're looking at. Just how can you generate more offensive opportunities, and good passing is definitely a way to do that, especially when it's on offense and you're in the paint, right? You get a good pass right off to a person that's in the glass. It's almost a guaranteed layup will be made. And
Matt Smith with the shot.
airballed it. 1 second left. Time expires in the third quarter. So 45-18, Bulldogs in the lead. We'll step aside for now. See you in a couple minutes as the Bulldogs lead by 27 heading into the last quarter.